This is an e-commerce app for an imaginary symbol manufacturing company called MCCC Co., which stands for Mason's Cool Cheap Symbol Company. So the home screen is a big splash page with a slogan and a button to take you to the symbols page. You can also get to the symbols page by clicking on this nav option, or if you hover over it, you'll get options to filter if you want a more narrow search. So let's look at crash symbols, and you can see the filter is filled out. We have 12 results. Here are all the crash symbols. You can also filter by series at the same time. So we have MC3 crash symbols. They're all just different sizes. So we can clear the filter and it will show us all the items again. Here are all the symbols that this company has to offer. By default, they're sorted by most popular, which is measured in the database as purchase count. If we want to look at cheap symbols, let's go ahead and sort by price low. Here's the cheapest symbol that this company has. Let's say we still want crashes though, so we can filter and sort at the same time. So here's the cheapest crash symbol. Let's check it out. So this is the items detail page, and it has all the information for that item, including a list of applications. If we want to add it to our cart, we'll have to sign in. So now we're redirected to the login route, and this app uses Firebase authentication, and it supports email, password, login and register, and also Google login and register. If we click here, we can register. Let's go ahead and start with an already existing account though, because we have some starter data. So let's see what happens when we enter in the wrong password. We get an error message from Firebase, auth wrong password. So let's go ahead and enter in the right one. And when we sign in, we're redirected to the route that we were just at, and that redirection does not include login or register. So now our nav bar has a couple more options. We have our cart with already 3 items in it. We have a user dropdown. And on this item detail page, we have a quantity that we can select and then add that to the cart. This quantity input has a minimum value of 1, max of 20. So let's go ahead and get 2 of them. When we add to cart, it will disable the button for 2 seconds to prevent double clicking. And you can see in the nav bar, our cart item quantity is updated to 5. So let's check out the search bar now. So the search bar uses a 250 millisecond debounce before it queries the database for the top 5 most popular search results, or results matching your search. So if we want to look for popular China symbols, here they are. And if you click on one of these options, it will take you to the item detail page like we're at right now. Let's clear out the search. Let's do splash and we'll hit enter. So now we're redirected to the item page with a search in place. We have 6 results matching splash. We can also search or sort. Let's go size big. So we have 10 inches and then 8 inches. We can also filter. So now we have a search, filter, and sort at the same time. If we clear the search, it will clear the search and the filter, but it will intentionally keep the sort. So now we have the biggest symbols that the company has to offer. Let's check out this ride symbol, add that to the cart. Our quantity is updated in the nav bar, and let's check that out. Let's check out our cart. So we have 6 items. We have some actual options to edit our cart in here too. If we need to delete an item, we hit the red X and it will get rid of it with a little message confirming that. We can also update the quantity, and it will update with each change the price, the cart item quantity, and the total price. So let's say we want 3 crashes instead of 2. We'll proceed to checkout. And at the checkout page, the address automatically set is the default address if the user has addresses saved. If they don't have any saved, the user will see this form to fill out. Let's discard. And if we want to edit this, it will populate the form fields with their address information. We have a drop down to select from saved addresses as well. And these are by nickname. So if we clicked on mom's house, it would show the address for mom's house. If we save that, it will update the shipping address on the order. Now, if we look at our cart again, we can see below the total value, the rewards available. And if we want to apply rewards, we can, and they're each worth $1. And this input will max out at however many rewards the user has. So let's go ahead and use 10 rewards for a $10 discount. Complete the order. And now we're given a randomly generated alphanumeric confirmation number and some rewards. And this number is actually 5% of the total value of the order, rounded to the nearest integer. If we hit continue shopping, we're back at the symbols page with everything cleared, sort, filter, and search. Also, just to show you the empty cart, we'll show you there are no items in your cart. Start shopping also takes you there. Let's go ahead and look at our account now. So this user started with 31 rewards. We used 10 and then got 20 for the last purchase. So now we're at 41. Here's our name. We can edit that. This input will not accept empty or blank space. Otherwise it will give you an error. So let's go ahead and do something random. And you can see the nav bar is updated. Same with local storage. Let's go ahead and be Aaron again. Now we have our saved addresses. We can edit, delete, update those. Let's say we want to edit mom's house, 20 Erna Road. We'll save that and it's updated. We can add a new address. It will not let you save it if required fields are empty. So let's go ahead and populate those, save it. There's our new address. We can also delete addresses, and if we end up deleting the default one, it will set the next one as default. Or if we want to choose our default, we can hit this, set as default. So now this should be our address at the checkout screen when we place another order. Our cart is empty now though, so let's go ahead and place another order. We'll look at packs this time. So this company offers some packs of symbols. We'll look at the new school one. We have an image, title, description. Down here, it shows you what all is included in the pack. So if we click on one of these, it will take you to that details page. Let's add this pack to the cart. We can see we have 4 cart items now. And now we can see each item in that pack. Proceed to checkout. We can see our new address is here. And just to show you, it is now in this dropdown as well. Since we didn't give it a nickname, it just shows address line 1 in the dropdown. We'll discard those changes. Complete the order. Got 27 rewards. Let's look at the order history now. So I used flow byte accordion components because they're nice and collapsible to save some space. These are automatically sorted by the most recent. So here's the order we just placed with all of our items and our updated shipping address. Close that. We'll look at our order we placed before that. We have our 3 crash symbols, 10 rewards used. We have the ship to address as mom's house, or the old address for mom's house. And we can also sort in other ways. Let's go date old. Here's 2020, the first order that was placed by this user. And the last route to show on this app is distributors. So these are retailers that sell MCCCCO symbols sorted in alphabetical order. If we want to look for one in our country, state, and city, we can filter. So let's look for Nashville. Boom, we got a Nashville one. If we clear the filter, it will reset everything and we're back to seeing all of them. Also, these inputs are disabled unless you select the filter before it. And that is everything to show. Last thing to do is sign out and it will clear local storage and reset all state and redirect you to the home page. And that is MCCCCO.